Everyone is Hang here, and this will be showing you like a daily comparison of how much bigger Galactus has gotten since he first appeared near the island. Now, credits to all these images I'm about to show you. Go to Fortnite on Twitter. They've been posting like these daily updates, so if you do enjoy this video, make sure to go check out their Twitter and follow it. Some of you probably do already, but yeah, all these images I'm about to show you come straight from their Twitter. Right before we hop into these comparisons, if you guys haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. We're getting a lot closer to 20k. And it'd mean a lot to me if we could hit that by the end of the year. And additionally, if you're not already following my Twitter, please go follow that as well. My other platforms like my Discord and stuff, I'm not too fussed about, but please follow my Twitter and sub to my YouTube if you haven't already. And yeah, enjoy the comparisons. First off, I'm just going to show you what he looked like when he first came. You can see here, literally on the right there of that image, just that tiny little like triangle almost peeking out. That's the top of his helmet now. As if you compare that to this image, you can clearly see that it's gotten a little bit bigger. But what I'm mainly going to be doing in this video is going like day by day, or at least some of them are a bit closer than others. Like some of them are only like 6 hours apart, some of them are like a day or two apart. But nonetheless, we get pretty good insight on how much bigger Galactus has gotten. There's also a perspective like from the island, which is really cool to see. But the first update from this one was around 24 hours later, and you can see here now both of his horns are sticking out. And Tori also gave this image from the island, from like Holy Hedges sort of, and you can definitely see now the horns of his helmet starting to poke out from above the water. Whereas if they did an island perspective for that other photo I showed you before, it might have actually been too hard to tell because only his horns like slightly sticking out. Anyway, next update is only 10 hours after this one. And you can see here the horns have definitely come out the water a tiny bit more, not too much but definitely noticeable. Again, here's another screenshot from the perspective of the island. Next one is nearly 17 hours after, and this one you can see like the top of his helmet is actually coming through the water now. And again, another perspective from the island. This one is nearly 24 hours after again, and you can see like last one, more of his helmet coming through, as well as his like horns are starting to reach the point where they curve back inwards. Or not curve, but just like they change directions, if that makes sense. And once again, another perspective of the island. This island perspective is actually a lot further away than the other ones, but you can still see just like how massive he is. And next one again, just over 24 hours passed, and you can see the horns, like I mentioned before, now they're at their like turning point, I guess, if you want to call it that. And his helmet is a lot more defined than it was before. Before it was just the top part, now it's probably top and middle section of the helmet, I'd say. Once again, another island perspective, back at Holly for this one. Then this image right here, once again, was over 24 hours from the last one, and it's actually the most recent one. It was at roughly 1:36 p.m. EST, so if you want to get a rough idea of when that was for you, I think it would have been 5:30 a.m. on the 28th if you're in Australia like me. But otherwise, you could just plug in either the times into a time zone and convert it if you're interested. It would have been roughly, how long? Would have been like 6 hours before I uploaded this video, maybe 7 or 8 hours before I uploaded this video. So if you're watching it early on, that's what it looked like about 8 hours ago. He might have changed a little bit since then. Obviously, we've got the island perspective of Galactus at this size. But yeah, that's really all this for this video. If you guys did find this useful at all, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share. All those things help out me massively. If you want to support me as a creator, that's just code can get in the Fortnite item shop. But otherwise, that's it from me for now, and I will see you all next time. See ya.